I heard you. Wait. Anyone, Joseph will agree. He will agree with me. Anyone who kills women and children in war, deliberately targeting them, is a pig, is a dog, is a terrorist. Yes or no? Agreed. Watch him. Shame on him. Agreed. Agreed or no? No, I'm not asking you.
Why is Adnan afraid to let the Zionists? Why is Adnan?
You're not a Zionist.
I'm agreeing.
I said anyone. I said, are you listening? I said anyone. Anyone. Well, hello, are you not listening?
I am.
We haven't heard you.
Are you deaf, dumb, and
If
blind?
you say anyone, that means Hamas.
Anyone on this planet. Listen to me. Anyone on this planet. Anyone on this planet. Anyone. Listen. Anyone.
Of course I heard.
I am a Muslim and I'm stating the position of Islam and Muslims. Anyone who kills a woman, a child, deliberately targets them in war is a pig, is a dog, and is a terrorist. Do you agree, Joseph?
So anyone that deliberately murders, intentionally, goes and looks at a child,
Fires rockets at civilian buildings.
Adnan, you allow me to speak?
Fires rockets. Yes, talk.
Bark.
I'm not barking. Talk.
You are barking.
Talk.
You're literally
Talk.
barking.
Talk.
You're meant to be an academic.
I feel sorry for you. You're not talking now. You're not talking now. And everyone's watching. Everyone's watching. You're not talking now.
When Adnan's finished listening to the sound of his own
Talk.
voice,
Why is it that I'm so clear on this?
so when
Why is it that I'm so clear on this? Talk.
I'm trying to, each time I open my mouth, you shouted it.
You can easily say I agree.
Allow me to answer.
He doesn't agree. He doesn't agree.
You haven't even let him finish yet.
He will explain.
You haven't even let him
Do you
finish.
agree or
Let
not?
him finish.
As a principle. No.
As a
You're not Joseph. Is your name Joseph?
I'm the guy who was
Is your
having
name
a
Joseph?
conversation with
Is your
him
name Joseph?
before you put muscles in, okay?
Okay, wait. I'm asking the Zionist. Do you agree? And everyone's watching that how difficult the Zionists find to condemn the killing of women and children. And that includes Christian Zionists.
The only reason it's difficult is because every time I open my mouth, Adnan starts barking.
No, I don't.
If you're quiet,
You can say I agree. You can say I agree. You can say I agree. I will repeat myself. Anyone on the planet who kills women and children deliberately in war is a pig, is a dog, and is a terrorist. Do you agree? Do you agree? Do you agree? Do you agree? What do you mean? Shh? Do you agree? You can say shh, but you can't say agree. Do you agree? Can you do agree? Do you agree? Do you agree?
Can I answer?
Just say, first say agree or not.
I agree.
Agree. Okay, excellent. Answer.
let me answer.
So he agrees.
He agreed, yeah.
He agrees. So Israelis, those Israelis who
Look how
are...
afraid he is to let me answer. Look how afraid he is to let me talk.
Go on, talk. We're listening.
I don't need your permission first and foremost, Adnan.
Yeah, we're listening.
I can talk.
We're listening. Why are you shaking?
So why am I shaking?
Yeah, why are you shaking?
I'm not shaking.
You're getting red.
I'm getting red.
Yes. Why?
I've got a ruddy complexion.
Why? I can understand why.
He won't even know.
I can
He tried to
understand
answer
why.
and he starts trying to threaten me by saying, why are you shaking? Why are you intimidating? Why are you red?
Am I threatening him?
It's cold.
Where's the threat?
Is it wrong to kill
Where's the this guy has a chip on his shoulder.
No more ad hominem. Joseph,
Adnan.
what are you going to say? What do you have to say?
Very, very, very simple. Adnan, I'm going to paint a scenario. And I want you to give me an honest answer and I'll give you my
No,
honest
answer my question.
I'm answering
Don't paint scenarios for me.
So I'm going to...
I made my position very clear.
I'm going to answer.
My position is clear.
Let's go so we get to
Adnan,
the
why are
next
you
point.
afraid to let me
What is your
speak?
position?
We're afraid of your
My position is anyone who kills women and children in war is a dog, is a pig, is a terrorist.
Okay, because Adnan, I find this. Look,
So let him respond.
Deliberately targets them.
I've said I agree.
Deliberately targets them.
And now you allow me. I've said it several times. I agree, and now allow me to. Adnan,
It's his
stop!
turn. It's his turn.
Khalas!
So Joseph has just said the state of Israel is a terrorist state.
Oh, there's his checkmate. There's his checkmate.
Takbir! Takbir!
Shema Yisrael! Shema Yisrael! Shema Yisrael!
Okay, come on, go.
He said God.
Okay, your time, Joseph.
Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Hashem Echad. Hashem Echad.
Answer the question.
You worship your Sadiq.
So to get back, I mean, you're the takbir guy. You started this.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Good. And then I'll get back to my dear friend here, and we'll have our conversation. I'm going to answer you.
I'm not the one waffling and shaking. Go ahead.
Come on.
I'm sorry, you're right, Adnan, I'm terrified. I'm very scared of you. You're such a big man. You're such a big, scary man with your 50 Muslims behind you.
He's approving.
Okay, answer the question.
So now
Come
to answer
on.
your question. I've said several times, consistently from the beginning, anyone who murders women and children
Deliberately
is disgraceful, disgusting, and a
Terrorist.
shame on their people. A
Terrorist.
It depends. It can be a terrorist.
It depends.
Terrorism
It
has a
depends.
definition.
It depends.
The Nazis weren't
It depends.
The
It depends.
Nazis weren't terrorists.
It depends.
The Nazis weren't
It
The
depends.
Nazis weren't terrorists.
Now,
The Nazis weren't terrorists.
I say,
No one looks at the
I
Nazis
say,
and says terrorism.
I say Nazis were terrorists.
Okay, fine, you can change your words and
just as
definitions
the
all you like.
Zionists, just as the Zionists are terrorists.
Same thing as now.
Great,
Same
great,
thing.
great.
Same
Checkmate again,
standard.
Adnan. You're just
Same-
chucking out these checkmates left, right,
yes,
centre.
yes. The world is
You may
watching.
have
The
your
world
eyes
is
closed.
watching. The world is watching.
So
Everyone's
to answer
watching.
my question, Adnan, I've answered every one of your questions. I've said
You
yes.
haven't.
I've literally said yes.
You just said it depends.
No, I said I agree. I said I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
But
now
then it
answer my
depends.
question.
Yeah. But then it
And
depends.
don't run. Answer my question.
I don't
answer my
run.
question. Look at me. Answer my question.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to kiss me.
Come on, Jay.
I don't swing that way, Adnan. You're a good looking guy, but my wife's watching. Not interested. Not interested. My question is this, and I asked him before. If there is a man stood in front of you here, and he's got his child in front of him, and you've got your daughter in front of you, and you've got a daughter in front of you, and he starts shooting at you. Straight question. He's shooting at you, he's going to kill you or your daughter, would you shoot back? Now you know if you shoot back, you have the potential to kill him, but you may also tragically kill his daughter that he's placed in front of him. So my question to you, is that disgusting? Is that terrorism? Is that disgraceful? And would you shoot back?
Very good question. I will respond. I will respond. Very good
That
question.
is issue.
I will respond. I will respond, and you will have to listen to my response very
worry,
quick.
I'm not gonna
I won't be long. I won't be long. If I walk into someone's house and drive the family into the toilet,
Yes, no,
and
Adnan. Yes, no is what you said to
wait,
me.
I'm answering.
Agree or
I'm
disagree?
answering. I'm
I thought you
answering.
just did
I'm
me for like
answering.
half an
I'm
hour.
answering. I'm answering. I'm answering. If I walk into someone's house with a gun, with a lethal weapon, I drive the family into the toilet. I force them to drink from the sewer. I do not allow them to come out, and I tell them, you stay inside the toilet while I have a party with my family in the living room, and I take the bedroom and I watch the TV. I'm watching football and I'm having fun. I'm having parties. Wait. And then one of them comes out from the toilet and starts shooting things at me or throwing things at me. Okay? And then I start saying, this guy is a terrorist. This guy is a terrorist. He may well be a terrorist because you have made him a terrorist. You have made him so mad. You've made him so crazy. You've driven him so mad that he is now coming out and committing atrocities against me and my family. But there is a context. Why the hell is he in the toilet? Why am I drinking? Why am I forcing him? Why am I forcing him to drink from the sewer? Why am I? Okay, now he is a terrorist because he's attacking my children. He's attacking my family, right? But my question.
Would you shoot back?
And I would. Okay, so I would.
Would you shoot back? Yes or no?
Yes,
you would.
I would. Because I'm the bigger terrorist.
you would shoot back.
Wait. Because I'm the aggressor. I walked into his house, forced him into the toilet. I'm already a terrorist. I'm already an aggressor. Okay, I'm already.
you shoot back?
Yes, because I'm a terrorist. Because I'm a terrorist, I would fight terror with terror. So I would shoot back. Yes, just like Israel is shooting rockets into densely populated areas, deliberately killing children and targeting hospitals without any evidence. Israel is a terrorist state. Israel is fighting terror with terror because those terrorists Israel is fighting are, firstly, they were made terrorists by the Israeli aggression, by Israeli apartheid, by Israeli oppression and the occupation of that land, and the genocide, repeated genocides for the last 70 years. So don't ignore the context. Don't ignore the context. Okay. So I say again, under any circumstances, anyone who kills women and children, under any circumstances, anyone who fights, anyone who shoots rockets into buildings and the hospitals is a terrorist, is a pig. Okay, and anyone who sympathizes with them is also a pig.
Don't touch me, Adnan.
Sorry.
Now we heard from Adnan repeatedly say that he is a terrorist, but we haven't heard him once say that Hamas are terrorists. Are Hamas a terrorist? Say Hamas are terrorists. We heard you saying you are a terrorist. You said it again and again. Now say that Hamas are terrorists.
Okay. Say that Israel is a terrorist state.
Israel is not a terrorist state.
Wait.
Now say Hamas are terrorists.
I'm going to answer. I'm doing.
Say it. Very simple. Just say Hamas are terrorists. Three words.
I'm going to answer the question.
Well, you didn't answer the first question yet.
I'm going to answer the question. I am saying.
Anyone. I know you haven't said Hamas. I've heard anyone. Say Hamas.
Say
Hamas.
I will. Wait. My question is Hamas. Is everyone listening? Hamas, was it born of a vacuum?
It was born from Ikhwan Muslimin.
Okay, Ikhwan Muslimin. Okay, but what about Israel? What about Israeli oppression? What about 70 years of colonial settlers coming in, driving people?
Settlers, on your bike, mate. On your bike.
Shut the hell up. Listen to me.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah. Shut the hell up. Listen to me. Okay.
No one here is your Dimmy.
You're not taking any jizya from me, Adnan.
Okay, now listen.
Stop trying to kiss men. It's haram. You tried to kiss me before. Now you try to kiss this boy here. It's haram.
Coming back to the conversation. My question is Israel a terrorist state? Let me finish my question. Let me finish my question.
You haven't answered one of my questions,
Gaza. Are you guys listening?
Why don't you guys stop?
No, wait. I have a question. Wait. Gaza. When I'm getting to Gaza, why do you want to interrupt now? Gaza is relevant. Gaza has been a concentration camp.
Nonsense! Listen to the tomfoolery. Gaza has been a concentration camp. Concentration camps don't have water. They don't have beach resorts. They don't have luxury malls.
Let me finish. Listen, I've been to Gaza. Hello, shut up. I've been to Gaza. Okay. I've been to Gaza. I have seen Gaza. Quiet. I've been to Gaza. I'm gonna describe what I saw. I'm gonna let you two talk.
Literally 2 weeks ago, you got on my channel enough.
You went with the terrorists. You're a terrorist sympathizer. You're a terrorist.
You won't even call Hamas terrorist and you call me terrorist. You called yourself a terrorist, but you wouldn't call Hamas terrorist.
Okay, I didn't call myself terrorist.
You did. You said
I was giving an example.
You
You
said
fool.
it like 10 times.
You fool.
Now say Hamas.
I was giving an
I'm a fool,
example.
so say Hamas a terrorist.
That I was saying.
Say Hamas a terrorist.
Okay.
Say Hamas a terrorist for the camera. You've got a lot of fans online, Adnan. Tell them that Hamas are terrorists.
Do you think I'm scared? Do you think I'm scared of people?
I think you're afraid
You think
to
I'm
say-
scared
I
of
think
people?
you're afraid to say
I'm
Hamas
not.
a
I'm not scared of Zionists. How am I scared of people?
So say
Zionists
Hamas a terrorist.
They're
So
intimidating
say it.
everyone in
So
the
say
world.
it.
The politicians have been bought. The politicians are scared of
Who
you.
are the
By you,
Zionists?
yes,
Name these
yes,
Zionists that are buying
yes.
politicians.
Netanyahu.
Netanyahu, how's Netanyahu buying politicians?
I'll tell you how.
You're a clown.
How?
You call yourself an academic.
Shut up and listen.
I'm not going to shut up.
Politicians.
You're not going to shut me up then, Adnan.
Okay.
Don't tell me to shut up. Shut me up. I'll tell you to shut up.
Watch my podcast with Muhammad Hijab, and I'll tell you what Zimmi is. What the Jewish Zimmi rabbis said about Islam. Go and watch my podcast with Muhammad Hijab. You will see what Zimmi rabbis said about Islam and Muslims. Okay, not you Zionists. You're a new breed. You're a completely new breed.
The
You're a
overwhelming
completely.
majority of Jews in the world are Zionists.
That's a lie. That's a
Really?
lie. That's a
What's
pack
your
of lies.
source?
You're a liar.
Half of the
Zionist-
world's Jews live in
Zionist-
Israel. Half of the world's Jews live in Israel, you idiot.
Okay. Now, my question. My
You're
question.
so
My question still
historically
stands.
illiterate. You call
Israel.
yourself a historian and you're historically illiterate.
Israel has blocked Gaza for the last 17
Israel has-
years.
Gaza
You're
has
not
two
letting
borders.
me talk, are you?
You've done nothing
Why,
but talk.
why are you not letting me talk?
Because you never answer one of my
you don't want
questions.
to hear about Gaza.
Are Hamas terrorists?
I'm
Hamas
answering.
terrorists?
I'm answering.
It's just
I'm
three
answering.
words.
I am
Say it.
answering.
3 words.
I am
Hamas
answering.
are
I am
terrorists. Say
answering.
it.
I'm gonna say
Why don't
who
you go
made.
on a clock?
I'm gonna.
Why don't you
I'm
go
gonna-
on a
I'm
clock?
gonna. I'm gonna say who
Okay?
made them a terrorist.
actually
I'm gonna say.
Do you want to
wait.
go on a clock?
Better
No.
yet,
Okay,
Adnan.
really? You
This
just want to yell at
conversation-
each other for how long?
We're not yelling. We're not yelling.
Right, this is just going on and
Okay.
fucking on
I-
and on.
I-
Okay? Have a clock and share the space. Have a constructive conversation.
First of all-
this isn't doing shit.
First of all.
Ya
First
Khamar.
of
all, what?
First of all, Gaza has been a concentration camp for the last 17 years. Okay, there are international human rights organizations that have stated this, that Gaza is facing an apartheid. It is facing a concentration camp situation where people don't have clean drinking water. They cannot build as they like. They cannot educate themselves as they like. They cannot have the choice of food they would like. They cannot have the medicines they want. They cannot have proper medical treatment given to them because Israelis are blocking the border from Egyptian side and the Israeli side. I'm listening. I'm not finished. I'm not finished. I've been to Gaza. This liar, he went to the Israeli side of Gaza when Israelis took it. This coward would never step in there. He would never step in there. Okay, wait, yeah, okay. So now, wait. Now, my question is, Gaza is that toilet I referred to earlier, and the aggressor is Israel, the state of Israel. They walked into.
Hamas terrorists. Answer the question, Adnan.
Yes, I'm answering the question. You answer. You be patient. I'm answering the question. I know
I'm
you don't
not
like
gonna
it.
lie, I've got a family to
I
get
know
back
you
to,
don't.
Adnan.
I know you don't
Limit
like
to
it.
patience.
I know you don't like it. Okay.
Answer the question. It's so simple. They're a prescribed terror group. Are they terrorists?
After Israel did all of these crimes against the people of Gaza, all of these crimes, inhumane, brutal, cruel, oppressive, tyrannical, genocidal, apartheid crimes against the people of Gaza, because I have seen the condition myself with my own eyes. No one can tell me I'm okay.
I understand your
Now,
point.
after that, people became so mad in Gaza. A man whose daughter or whose son dies in front of his eyes because he cannot provide medicine for them.
Understood.
They cannot have clean drinking water. In desperation, people become terrorists. People become desperate. They become suicidal. Okay, if the people of Gaza are reacting like terrorists, if they are behaving like terrorists, Israel is responsible. Israel is responsible. Israel, wait. The aggressor. One second. Okay, now.
You need to open the door so it's a dialogue.
Wait. I've answered the question. I've answered the question.
Say Hamas are terrorists.
Can I say something?
Is Israel a terrorist?
Just let me finish. Excuse me. Okay, I've heard your point. As it happens, I tend to agree with you, okay?
You tend to agree
I
with me.
may
Thank
not
you.
know the history, but you're talking about the people of Gaza
What's your name?
having been
What's your name?
Tony.
Tony,
Okay?
I've been to Gaza.
Okay,
I've
having
seen all
been
of this.
traumatized
I've seen all
and
of this.
oppressed. Now, can you
So they've
not
experienced
see that in
oppression.
any way
So they've
the
experienced
people
real
of
oppression which
Gaza
you
have
acknowledge.
not
It's
been
clear.
treated as well as they could have been treated?
If Joseph,
No, we'll move on to that question once he says to the camera Hamas are terrorists.
I've already said it.
You haven't.
I've
not heard you.
You
Say-
don't
tell
like
me.
my answer?
No,
You
I
don't
didn't,
like
because
my
you didn't
answer?
say it.
You don't have to
didn't
like
say
it.
it. So
Go and die.
It's on record.
Go and die.
It's
Go
on
and die.
record. Not
Go
only,
and die.
not only did he not say
don't
that
like
Hamas
answering
are
my
terrorists,
question.
he's telling me to die. Kill me.
Again,
Kill me.
again,
Kill
a
me.
suggestion.
Kill me.
A suggestion.
Adnan, come on.
This
We
word
can't
terrorist
call for
is
violence against
semantics
terrorists.
and it's not helping. The point is, do we condemn the action?
There is absolutely nothing that you could do to me that would make me murder and rape a child like these dogs. These dogs.
Back on the shouting. Back on the shouting thing, okay?
There's
If you
nothing
kill the
that
word terrorist.
Where's the evidence of rape and murder of children? Where's the evidence?
Literally,
guys,
I've seen the press.
Israelis-
Adnan,
Israelis-
like you, I've seen
they
the
said
press.
there are
screen.
hundreds.
I've seen with my own eyes. This clown wants you to believe what he says about Gaza. I've seen with my own eyes what these dogs did.
What happened to those?
I've stepped foot.
Let me say
and
something.
What happened to
I
the...
visited the sites of the mosque.
Okay.
I've been to Salon. I've been to
Calm down.
Kingston. I've watched the
Calm
screening.
down.
I watched these dogs of Jahannam live stream.
Just 10 seconds, Ali. That's it.
He could see the dogs. He could see the dogs, but he couldn't see the pigs. He couldn't see the pigs.
Just give me 10 seconds.
No.
Just give me 10 seconds.
The Zionists
Wait,
who are
wait,
bombing,
Adnan, wait.
who are sending
Adnan, wait.
rockets to the hospitals, and no Zionists who are sending rockets to hospitals are pigs.
We agree.
Okay,
we agree.
wait.
Adnan,
You agree?
Just give me a second.
No.
Just give me a second.
No.
What's happened here?
No, wait. Now, my question is,
Adnan, you need to
wait,
you
one
need to
second.
wait for a second. Just
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah.
What's happened is you both said that you have personal experience of the territory. You went to Gaza. He went to Israel and watched a 40-minute video showing what Hamas did. So you're both talking about what you've seen with your own eyes, and that is valuable. You're saying you went to Gaza and you saw legitimate oppression from Israel. That is valuable in this discussion. It's not an opinion. He went there and saw the actual footage taken from the GoPro camera of Hamas going in on October 7th and doing what they did. So we cannot just diminish this on both sides.
Yes,
You're
we
both
cannot.
speaking
I
about
agree.
valid,
I agree.
factual things
I
that
said
you have seen with your own eyes. This is a new story.
I said one terrorist entity gave birth to a smaller terrorist entity. This is what I'm saying. Why? One second. Israel and Hamas. Okay, no.
He just said so.
Okay, no. He said, anyone, if any acts of terrorism.
So me and Adnan agree. Hamas are terrorists.
Okay. Wait.
I want to show. I haven't said anything in a while. I want to refute Adnan's lies.
Wait.
I want to refute
I'm still
Adnan's
talking.
lies.
I'm still talking. I'm saying, wait, you're not letting me talk. I'm making very important points. I'm saying any reaction. 1 second. Brother, 1 second. Brother. Ignore him. Let me talk to him. Brother, let me talk to him. Don't do this. He wants this. Calm down. He wants this. So that he can on camera cry like a victim.
It's all good, my brother.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be intimidating.
Because you're not. That's good.
I want to be bold in it when
Brother, you're not helping the discussion. You're not helping the discussion. Are you listening to me, brother? Listen to me, please. Please listen to me. Okay. This guy is a crybaby, just like his Zionist masters. Brother, he's a crybaby, just like the Zionist state of Israel. He's a crybaby. Okay, brother.
Okay, Adnan, it's your turn to talk.
Brother, you're not helping the conversation. What's wrong with you? Brother, what's wrong with you? Yeah, calm down. This guy, he lives on this. He feeds from this. Because he wants to cry victim. Oh, look at these Muslims, these aggressors, these terrorists. This is what he wants to do. Don't let him play this game. This is what they're doing to the world.
When they're murdering your children, when they're murdering your cousins, then you can tell me it's meaningless.
No, hold it. What I'm saying is,
I have a question. Where is the evidence for beheaded babies?
we're just bouncing around.
Where is the evidence for the beheaded babies? Ask him. Why did the state of Israel not present that evidence? Where is the evidence? What, brother? We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
You're really not getting anywhere.
Brother, what are you doing? Hello. Calm down. Do you want to help them? Calm down.
I tried.
Where is the evidence for beheaded babies? Where is the evidence for rape? Where is the evidence?
I haven't made the claim.
different argument as well.
What I want to say,
Hello, guys. What are you guys doing? Brother, what are you doing?
script.
Adnan, what I want to say.
I want everyone silent. Quiet, please, quiet. Please, quiet. I have a question. I asked him a very important question. Where is the evidence for beheaded babies? He's looking for it. The state of Israel couldn't find it. They couldn't find it. He's looking for it. Let him find it. Okay? They made a claim that Hamas beheaded babies. Okay? As bad, as terrorist as they may be, because of the oppression they've been facing. Okay, he's looking for the evidence. He's not. Listen.
They're the same people who claim
He's looking for the evidence.
Are you speaking? Say,
Brother, you're causing a commotion. You're helping him. My brother, why are you doing this?
Why the white man always want to
Brother, can you move forward? Joseph, move forward. Okay, move the cameras forward. Move the cameras.
your intrusion is wrong.
No, the black brother is saying they're lying about me.
No. He doesn't need to. Wait. Silence, everyone. He's looking for the evidence of beheaded babies. The state of Israel couldn't find it. Joe Biden couldn't produce it. All of these politicians who were singing the same song, they couldn't produce it. Joseph is going to pull out the evidence for beheaded babies. This is why I don't believe anything these Zionists say to the world, that they are suffering from this, they are facing this, they're facing that. They exaggerate, they deliberately lie. In fact, there's a report now that many people were killed by the Israeli helicopter gunships. Yes. Okay, many people. This, I'm not making this up. This is all out there. This is haaretz.
So that needs to be fact checked.
So these conversations are important, but they must be had
Adnan, listen.
with due evidence.
Adnan, listen. Adnan, look at me for a second. Adnan, look at me. Adnan, look at me for a second. Look at me. We agree.
Brothers, you want to have a debate? You want to have a debate of your own? Okay.
Adnan, look at me.
So Joseph is quiet for the last 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. Wait, 1 second. I'm talking to him. He's the Zionist. Are you a Zionist? Are you a Zionist? He's the Zionist. I'm talking to him. Relax, because I want to talk to him. I want to talk. We can talk to you. Give me some time. Where is the evidence for beheaded babies?
So we're going to show you now.
No. So why couldn't Biden produce it? Why couldn't Biden produce it?
He's showing you.
I'm going to show you a few pictures.
I don't believe any. Is it coming from the Zionists?
Yes, it's coming from Zionists.
So why could okay.
So
then why couldn't Israelis produce this evidence for the world to see?
Adnan,
Why?
Adnan.
I'm asking you a question.
Let me answer.
Yes.
So the press screening
Yeah.
documents, it doesn't actually show any beheadings in the press screening, but the press screening documents everything. The reason it hasn't been released is because so many people were slaughtered in the videos. A lot of it is in the public domain. You can go to hamas-massacre.net to view a lot of it, but a lot of it, some of the families did not want in the public domain. Let me answer, Adnan. You asked me, I went looking,
I'm
I've
listening.
done exactly what I said.
I'm listening.
Okay. And so what is in the public domain is in the public domain, and anyone who wants to see it, you can even go on you can go on the Hamas Telegram channels, you can go on the Palestinian Islamic Telegram channels, and on the 7th of October onwards, they uploaded videos of them carrying out these acts. Now I'm going to show you. This is you asked for beheadings, so here's the beheaded baby. This is the skull of a baby, a bird baby.
This is the image Biden produced.
No, it wasn't. It was a completely different image.
Okay. No. Look.
That's a different image.
There is something burnt there. I don't know what it is.
It's a head.
I don't know what it is.
It's a baby's
I
skull.
can't see.
This is another video.
Listen.
Look away if you don't want to get your channel banned. But this is Palestinian Islamic Jihad holding up the head of an Israeli.
All of these are fake images. I am saying all of them are fake images. All of them are fake images. I could do a better job.
So if you
I could do a better
this
job.
Clown of a historian, if he was worth anything, if he lived up to his name, he would go on the Palestinian Islamic Jihad Telegram.
I don't want to.
And he could see.
I don't want to. I'll let the
himself.
Israelis present
So
evidence
literally
when
they
they make a
live
claim.
stream their
When
crime.
Israelis
And
make a
this
claim.
clown denies it.
Okay, Joe Biden. No, because there is no proof. I'll tell you why.
You
Because
asked him for
Israelis,
proof.
brother, wait.
He looked, and he showed you a
No,
photograph.
it's not a
If
proof.
you knew
I'll
you
tell you
wouldn't
why.
believe the
I'll tell you why I don't
photograph,
accept
why
it.
ask for
I'll tell you why I accept it. I don't accept it. I'll tell you my reasons.
No, but why did you ask
The
to
whole
see evidence
world,
if you knew you wouldn't accept the evidence?
because it doesn't exist. I'll tell you why. Listen,
Okay,
have the
fine.
patience. Have the patience.
Why did you ask me?
Okay, Israelis claimed that babies were beheaded.
I know, 40 of
Okay.
them. I know.
No, they
Yes,
didn't. They
okay,
said babies
okay,
were.
okay, okay.
Initially, there was a statement that 40 babies were
Were
beheaded.
beheaded.
40 babies were
This
beheaded.
is a liar. This is a liar. Look at this liar. Look at this liar. Look at this liar. Look at this liar.
Say the words.
Are you Zionist, by the way? Huh?
My allegiance is to the church.
Can I speak to you?
Church.
Yeah.
And you have no shame that you support this oppression, this terrorism of a people? You have no shame? Have you got no conscience? Have you got no conscience?
So you want to talk to him? You don't talk to me. I just want to say a word to you.
Okay. So
Adnan, come on.
So,
show respect.
so it is clear, that these people, it is clear, you guys are having a debate on this topic. Listen, you're not going to resolve
Show me any
this.
government source that
So
said
we've
that.
unwound it.
You're not going to resolve this.
So listen, there was no government source. He's saying there was no government source
said
that claimed
40
40 babies. And I think he's probably telling the truth. I think somebody, when it sparked off, chucked out the rumour. I heard it on my TV. A lot of people heard it, and it sounded terrible, and we reacted to it like
Are you
this is
finished?
so appalling. I think it didn't happen.
Are you finished? Okay.
I'm agreeing
Let
it
me
didn't
let me tell you something. Joe Biden said exactly the same thing.
40
That
babies.
babies were made. Yes, play the clip. Yes,
Biden said
hello.
he'd see
We're gonna
photographs.
play it right now.
Okay, we'll play it, play it. It does not say 40
he said babies were beheaded, and repeatedly Biden said
And
it.
the babies were
Now
beheaded.
why are your eyes getting teary?
babies were
Why are your eyes getting teary now?
Don't do this.
No, why are
It's
your
not a
eyes getting
debating
teary now?
strategy, don't.
No, it is a debating strategy because body language and what happens to a person's
Your interpretation of
why
his body
why is
language is
why
biased.
because he's a liar.
Try
He's
and
a
stick
liar.
with facts.
He's a liar.
You
Okay,
asked
now
why it's
my
being
argument.
asked why
Biden
it's
said
being
it.
it's over the
Biden said it. Biden got the information directly from the Israeli government, and Biden repeated it. Biden repeated it, and then other politicians also repeated it, and media hubs, major media
Babies
channels
were
repeated it.
beheaded. I just showed you one. I just showed you one, you monster.
And then,
You monster.
and then, I'm not a
just
Zionist.
rejects it outright.
I'm not a Zionist.
I showed a
doesn't
picture of a
prove-
baby.
I'm not. I'm not a Zionist. I'm not a
I
baby
never
killer.
said 40 babies. No one said 40 babies.
Talking at cross purposes.
I'm not a Zionist. I'm not a baby killer. I'm not a sympathizer of baby killers. I am not. So Monster is not me. Monster is this guy. I don't know how he even
Why
looks at
don't-
his children in the faces.
Why don't
How does he look at his children in the faces while there are little babies being pulled from the rubble, and he has the audacity like a dog and pig come and stand in front of me and
I'll
defend
stand in
that
front of you,
oppression?
Adnan. I'll
Call
stand
him
in
a
front
dog
of
and a pig.
Yeah. No. How do you look at your children in the
I'll
face?
stand in front of all of you.
No.
I'll stand in front of all of you.
No.
Because we
How
don't
do you
power anyone.
how
Never
do you
again
look at
will
your
we power
children in the faces? How do you look at your children in the faces? How do you look at your children in the faces? How?
Like this, Adnan. Like this, Adnan. Adnan, this is how I look at my children in the face.
You are shameless. You're a shameless killer.
That's how I look at my children.
You're a shameless killer sympathizer. You're a, wait. Okay. Wait.
Listen, you
Wait.
have both shared your first-hand experience. He's seen some horrible shit. You've seen some
My
horrible
my
shit.
experience.
He's telling me my days
My
are numbered,
experience
just
is
for the
different to
record.
his. He went through Israelis.
Yeah.
I didn't go through Hamas. I went as a humanitarian aid worker. I didn't deal with Hamas. I don't agree with them. I don't like them. Okay. But now wait, brother. But he went with the Israelis. He went with the terrorist entity. There are two entities there, Hamas and Israel. Okay. He went with one of the
Do
terrorist
you believe
entities.
he saw real
Okay.
dead
Now.
bodies? Do you believe he saw real dead bodies?
I don't know. I can't believe
Listen,
anything he says. I don't believe him.
Well, then you
He's
could've
a-
been-
he's a-
Did
you
you go
have
to
to
Gaza?
take something
Sorry?
from
Did
trust.
you go to Gaza?
Did you
I
see
did.
real dead
How do we know you went to Gaza?
Okay. I have I have pictures
But I
of me.
believe you went to Gaza. I believe you went.
I have pictures.
I don't think you'd lie.
I have pictures of me standing in front of buildings crumble by
You went
bombing.
to Israel and
By
saw
the-
footage.
on the walls. I saw
You saw the
The
evidence.
point is, the Palestinians
Now my
have been
question
oppressed.
stands.
We agree with that. They
These
have,
people,
because they've experienced
this
suffering.
government,
They have.
this lying government.
It's obvious though.
Okay.
This is the concentration
This lying government lied to the whole world and got caught. Not
haven't been able
once,
to have a
not
dialogue.
once,
We haven't been
not
able to have a
once.
dialogue.
Watch Mehdi Hassan's interview with Mark Reagan.
Hassan.
That
Oh,
joker,
checkmate.
that lying joker who was put on the spot by Mehdi Hassan. That Israeli soldiers, the army, they went in and they showed a list of Hamas fighters, but it were the names of months. It were the names of months. And Mehdi Hassan pointed to that. And then another propaganda video was circulating, which had nothing to do with the conflict. So these people are on a business of lying. They are
These people pay attention.
Zionists. Zionists.
Most of the world's
Zionists.
Jews. Say it, Adnan.
No.
Most of the world's Jews live in Israel.
Watch my
Jews
podcast with hijab. Don't touch him, guys. He's itchy. Guys, okay, don't touch him. He's itchy. He's itchy. Okay, don't touch him. Okay, he's gonna say, "Oh, I got beaten by Muslims." Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Please, don't touch him.
Realistically, we know there's propaganda on both sides. Yes?
Which side?
Both sides.
Which side is the other side?
Both sides.
Which side is the other side? There's only one side. Which side?
On the Palestinian side.
Wait, which side? Where's the
You don't think
propaganda?
Hamas
They
has
don't
any-
own any channels. They don't have any politicians with them. They don't have any spokesperson appearing. Gaza, there is no one from Gaza
has
appearing
no
on this.
Hamas has
Hamas do not appear on your channels.
Okay, fine, sorry,
They
I'm
don't appear on
sorry,
your
I'm
channels.
completely wrong.
Okay,
What we've got is a situation where
Israeli
only
killers,
one side can
Israeli
propaganda.
killers with the uniforms are there on channels. Israeli killers
No,
with
I
the
think
green,
Israelis
with
do
the
propaganda,
brother.
don't get me
Hello,
wrong, but I think you guys do
Israeli
it as well.
Israeli killers with the green uniforms are appearing on mainstream Western channels. You have no one from Gaza speaking for the people of Gaza on your channels. Okay, there's only people from
What about
outside.
all the YouTube channels I watch, which have got
From
representatives
Gaza.
of both sides, and they're
YouTube
giving
channel is not
propaganda.
talking to you and the people
No,
of
it
the
is.
West.
I make my decisions
Okay,
based on
so-
watching
so-
YouTube and debate.
Okay, now-
and I hear propaganda from both
Now,
sides.
anyone-
and it would be naive to think otherwise.
Zionists came
you
in.
wanna have a serious
Zionists
discussion, you've
came.
gotta have a bit more
Zionists
nuance.
came into this land.
Adnan has
They,
no
they
nuance.
stole this land from the Palestinians.
That's his
They
nuance.
drove them out for the last 70
you're right.
years.
Maybe you're right.
What do you mean maybe?
I think
What do you
you're
mean
wrong.
maybe?
Right.
What do you
You're
mean
wrong.
maybe?
In 1844,
Maybe.
he calls himself a
Maybe.
I
historian.
think
In
you're probably
1844,
right, but I don't think you're arguing your
Okay,
case very well.
now, Zionists have come in. They bombed the British first. Okay, the bombing
We
of
know.
King David Hotel.
Yeah, somehow you argue that the British gave us the land.
first terrorist
You're all
prime
over the
minister of the
place,
state
Adnan.
of Israel.
I mean, all he's done is barely said a
then they
word.
decided to drive out 1 million Palestinians from the land. Some of them ended up in Gaza in this concentration camp, and they are descendants. They are descendants of those people who faced Nakaba, the great catastrophe.
know.
Okay, so there is no argument here.
There's
There
a
is
big
no
argument.
argument.
Clearly, very
But you're
clearly
afraid
is
of
an
the argument, Adnan,
argument
because if we go to history, you'll get trumped. So let's go there.
The history
Let's
is the
go to the
problem.
history. Let's go to the history.
You know what?
In 18, you know what? What?
You know what?
What?
I don't want to talk to you.
Then go away.
I'm
You
done-
came
I'm-
over to me,
I'm done.
coward.
I'm done. I'm done.
Coward.
I'm
Then
done.
walk off.
I'm done. I'm
Then
done.
walk
I'm done.
off.
You know how much of a
Then
coward
walk off.
I am. You know how much. You out of
Walk
all
on then,
people.
Adnan.
You out
I
of all.
just challenge you to
know.
an online debate.
You know the
and
coward you are.
I challenge you to an online debate and you run.
Why would
Every
I?
time I challenge you to an online debate, you run. You're a big man when you're surrounded by 50 da'is.
50. 50 wants a guys. Turn the cameras. Where are these 50 people? Where are they? Where are these 50 people? Once again, he said 50 people.
Debate-
Where are these 50
debate
people?
without your
Can
boys.
you go to
Debate
which
without your
boys?
boys.
Which point the boys out?
Debate-
Which boys?
Guys behind
Which
you.
one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one is my boy?
Sam Dawah, this guy, this
Which
guy,
are
this guy.
these are
Yeah, 1, 2,
these
3, 4,
these are
5,
independent
6,
YouTube
7,
channels.
8, 9, 10.
Where?
That's right.
Where?
There's a lot of people. You know it.
Okay.
So I'm saying, instead of having all these, debate me man on man online.
Why don't we
Debate
ask?
man on
Why?
man online. Debate man on man online on the history of Israel Palestine.
Why
on
don't
the history?
why don't we ask
Debate me.
these guys? Please, any one of you, my boys, raise your hand. Which one is my boy here? Which one?
Oh, checkmate.
Which one is my boy? Hello? Any boy? Any boy? Any one of my boys? So this is just like they were
One on one,
just
Adnan.
like they were
one on one.
just
Debate me.
like
Or
they were
run.
beheaded babies.
Debate me or
I have
run.
boys here. Just like they were beheaded babies.
can I
I have
ask you-
boys
can I
here.
ask you a
Okay,
question?
now.
No.
This
Let me
guy,
ask- Can I ask you a
he wants me to debate online. But do you have the same mouth? Do you have the same mouth?
Yes.
Same brain?
Yes, and you should have
Same face?
Exactly.
We're talking now. What's the problem?
Because it would be
What's
me
the
and you
problem?
without all of these
But there's
people.
no one
It'd be me and you without all
is
of these.
saying anything to you.
Literally, I have people threatening to end me just behind me.
Really?
Yes.
Who did? Who did?
Let's go here.
Which one?
What do you-
Which
You
one?
said my
What
case number.
what
You
is
said this.
what is this?
Yeah, you said it. No,
This
you said it
baby,
again.
this
You said it
crybaby,
again.
this crybaby. This is true. This is true
This is
Zionism.
why Adnan, me
True
and you without
Zionism.
all of these. Adnan, me and you without all these.
You-
Without your hype man.
you-
Without your hype man. Without your hype man.
I'm finishing right now.
I
Okay.
said camera for you.
Okay, Joseph.
There's our number. I said that camera. What? So what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So without these
Joe-
hype man,
Colonizer, there's our number. What? So what? No, brother, no.
Yeah. He's saying colonizers.
If I'm scared to say it,
He's saying he's.
I'm the one that said
Brother,
the
are you
alien,
trying to
so
help
I'm big
him?
camera.
Are you trying to help him? Are you trying to help him?
I'm not trying to help him.
Yeah.
There's our number.
Then don't
You're
help him.
colonizer. There's our number.
Yeah. That's what he's saying. He's saying your days are number as a colonizer.
so that's a death threat.
It's not. It's not. He's saying colonizers. He's saying colonizers.
There's our number.
I think that's pretty clear now.
I don't think so. He's saying what he means.
There's our number.
He's saying what he means.
There's our number. There's our number.
Okay, listen. Stop behaving like a baby. I'm not behaving like you.
You're a big man, Adnan. You're big and grown up. You're an academic.
I'm a
You've been
big
to
man.
university. You're
I'm
very
a big
clever.
man.
Debate me online.
Okay, I will not debate you online. I'll tell you why. Because
you haven't got your hype man.
I prefer face-to-face,
Okay, tell it. Me
manly
and you,
debates,
man.
masculine
Face-to-face,
debates,
away from
masculine
the park. Now, here
debates.
you go, Adnan. Me and you, away from all the thing. We'll set up a camera. We'll live stream it to your channel and my channel.
There's our number.
Away from the park. Away from all your hype.
Why?
man,
What's
me
the
and you.
problem?
Because I think you're afraid to debate me.
I've been
Without
talking
your
to you for the
without-
last
without your hype
1
man,
hour.
I think you're
1
afraid.
hour.
I think
1
you're
hour.
afraid. I think you're afraid
Afraid
without your
of
hype man.
what? Like what?
Me.
Afraid of you? Why?
Then debate me.
Why? What
Away
would you?
from all these-
What would you do to me?
I think I
What can you
absolutely-
possibly do
I
to
think
me?
I'd run rings
What
around
can
you
you
on the
possibly
history.
do to? Why would I be
I'd
afraid
run
of him?
rings around the history of Israel Palestine.
Do you think I'm afraid of him?
Yes, I think you are.
I haven't said anything. You guys keep engaging with each other.
Do you think I'm afraid of
Then
him?
debate me.
You guys
Adnan.
engage with each other.
Away
I'm
from the
just
Look,
here.
Well, look, I've been watching
What
this
I
for
wanna
about
say
an hour
though-
now. What do you think your viewers gain from
No one be
this?
confused.
Seriously.
The reality of these people.
Okay, you had
These
an
people.
opportunity for a lot of
The
people
reality
to
of
hear
these people.
a discussion where they could have
And
learned
people
some
know
stuff.
him. People know him to be a liar, a manipulator.
I didn't ask you. I
This
asked
man,
you,
this
I
man.
asked you.
Yet you
What
came
did
over
the
and
viewers
talked to
gain?
me. Why did
How
you come
can
over and
how
talk to
can
me?
an ISIS
afraid.
fighter, an ISIS sympathizer, okay, have the audacity to come and stand in front of and talk to us?
You're shook, Adnan. You're
There
shook.
are
And Zionist state of Israel is worse than ISIS. I'm telling you, it's worse than
Adnan, we're
ISIS.
done.
ISIS did not kill this many people.
Conversation hasn't
ISIS
moved
did
forward
not.
one iota
ISIS
since
did
you
not
started
kill this
talking.
many people.
Okay?
These people killed more people than ISIS did.
made
This is a terrorist.
How have
This
you
is a
moved the
terrorist state.
conversation forward?
This is a terrorist state.
Guys are different.
This is a killer,
You have-
genocidal, apartheid
I
state.
happen to agree with you, not about
Yes.
the genocidal thing, but about the apartheid, yes.
We'll have a
The
conversation about
genocidal
that.
thing, no, because
Why?
because
Because
genocidally. Because
you have children. You have children. You have children.
Adnan, let him answer the
If your
question.
children were shredded to
Because I
pieces,
think genocide means you go kill anyone of that ethnicity now.
they've done
and
it.
if-
Israel has done it.
That's why there's 2
They've
million
done it.
Arabs in Israel.
Genocide, okay?
You're a clown.
And I'm
Debate
not
me
a fan
online.
of the Israeli
Debate.
state.
These-
Don't get me wrong.
It's-
Okay, I am not a fan of the Israeli
Have
state.
you seen?
You asked
Have
me
you
what
seen
genocide-
videos of Jewish rabbis?
I'm not in.
Have you
if
seen
ask me a
videos of
question-
Zionist rabbis, not Jewish rabbis?
I'm not-
Zionist rabbis.
Do you want me to answer your
Zionist
question?
rabbis.
Do you want
Have
me
you
to-
seen? Have you seen videos of Zionist
Okay,
rabbis?
you don't have a conversation. Fine.
I'm gonna play one right now.
No, I'm not-
No. I'm gonna play the Zionist rabbi.
There is no
I'm gonna play
conversation
the.
here.
I'm gonna play the
Have fun
Zionist.
playing it. I ain't
why
watching
are you
it
speaking about
because
something
you won't
I'm
have a
not
dialogue. You're just making a
All
monologue.
you
and
deny
it's
is ethnic
boring.
cleansing going on. All you deny that.
I'm gonna play a Zionist
Okay,
rabbi.
have fun
It's on my
watching your
Twitter.
video.
Anyone who wants to watch it, it's on my Twitter.
Okay.
The Zionist rabbi who says that you cannot have mercy on women and children in war.
He's
What's
not
a
him, so
Zionist
what's he
rabbi?
gotta do?
Why
Zionist
don't you ask
rabbi.
me my view is Adnan?
Then
Instead
why-
of showing
no,
some-
no,
You go and debate
Zionist
that
rabbi.
guy, but he's
Zionist
not-
rabbi.
Exactly.
We're gonna
Push
see
them out.
Zionist
All of them
rabbi.
are
Zionist
Why?
rabbi.
Why?
On
What
my
makes him
Twitter.
Zionist, by
On
the
my
way?
Twitter.
What made him
Because
Zionist?
he's a Zionist.
Did he say he was a Zionist?
He's
rabbi?
in Israel.
Push the
He's in
Palestinian
Israel.
out in the Sinai desert. That's ethnic cleansing going on.
There's 2 million Arabs live in Israel. There's not one Palestinian Jew,
Why?
and they have the audacity to say we ethnic cleanse.
Wait. Let's see what Zionist.
No, I don't care.
What Zionist
I
rabbis.
don't care right now because you read through here and we can talk and you're bringing some video in. Okay?
Zionist rabbis.
You're saying
You
it's
play
genocide.
your
If it's
TikToks, but you
genocide,
won't
you could
debate.
kill them all now.
Let's watch a Zionist rabbi. What is
It's
it?
not. Do you really want to watch it? I don't vote. Boycott it.
You can find some random Jew saying some random thing. and
No,
that's
not
checkmate.
random Jew.
Who is
Zionist
the rabbi?
rabbi. A
Name
Zionist
it.
rabbi. His name is there.
Palestinian land. They're all on the
So
same
there's an
page.
idiot. You're going to show me there's an idiot. There's thousands
No,
of idiots.
it's not an idiot.
I'm not surprised. You don't think he's an idiot?
No,
I can show you
Not for
Muslims
them.
saying that
Fan, are
Not
you?
for them.
Are you a fan
No,
of this
he
guy?
believes in this. He believes in this.
Ask me
Watch.
what I believe. Ask
Watch.
me. Do I believe you can
I'm
enslave
sure
women?
you've got an
No.
idiot. I'm sure this guy's an idiot. It's not a problem. There's loads of idiots.
Ask me, Adnan, what my views are.
What do you want?
You
There's
can do it on
idiots
the
both
one-on-one
sides.
debate,
You
but
line
you're
them
not. You're
up.
I am
afraid.
going to
You're
present
shocked.
the Zionist rabbi for the world to see.
Right, I'm
It's
sure
on, it's
there
on
are
my
morons
Twitter.
out there.
It's on my Twitter.
Israel is a country of 9 million
Tony, Can
people.
we give your perspective on what you were talking
Yeah,
about?
look,
Tony,
actually,
just
Adnan,
say
we're
something.
done.
Just
Adnan,
speak.
we can
Adnan,
debate
just-
online
just-
or not as well. Let's
look.
finish.
No,
up.
we can debate always on face to face.
You can show your Dawah
Because I like to
cameras over
face
here.
cowards. I like to face cowards.
Excuse me, just for a
I
minute.
like to face cowards in person.
Okay, great. I'm not
So
being a
face
coward,
me in
I'm just trying
person,
to
man
talk.
on man.
Go on, Tony, just talk. Just
Okay,
talk.
you know.
Face me in person, man on man, the two of us. Debate. Historian.
Adnan.
Debate. The history.
Adnan.
Debate.
Okay, you're just going to look this up, aren't you?
Pardon?
No, no,
While
I'm,
you're looking
with-
it up,
yeah, I'm
just
listening.
listen.
I'm listening.
An
Talk.
No,
entire
actually, give me
posse.
some eye contact and listen.
Yes,
I've got
yes.
people
Okay.
threatening to kill me.
Excuse me. Give me some eye contact and listen. Joseph,
Posse,
No, no, please,
posse,
please, please,
posse.
please, please,
you know what
Posse
would be
means
great?
gang.
You know what would be great?
The Dai gang.
So it's
Which
not,
gang?
it's not
Where is
Now
it?
what
You
you
know,
know?
you know the way this stuff is sometimes debated.
You have an audacity to lie in front of us. You're lying.
Adnan,
There is
You
no
have the audacity
Adnan,
to barge your way into this debate.
Joseph,
I've never
Adnan.
seen this like underneath.
How do you look at your children? How do you look at your
Like this,
children?
Adnan, like this.
No.
This is how I look
You
at my
have,
children.
you have no shame.
Fuck.
You have no shame. You have no shame. You have no shame.
I think I would like to hear them
You
steal
have no
man their
shame.
own
That
beliefs.
was good, I'll give you that.
I'd like to see each of them spend 5
I'm
minutes
glad
giving a
I'm debating
counter
about you.
argument to what they think. It will be time so well spent. It's what most serious debaters do. I want to know that you can vocalize the opposite position to the one you
can't.
believe, and I want to know that you can vocalize the opposite position to the one you believe, instead of spending an hour
So you
yelling
want me
at
to
each
argue
other.
the Palestinian point?
Please.
Okay, perfect. In
And hang on, let's see if he'll do the same.
Okay,
Suddenly you might have a discussion, Adnan. I'm suggesting that you guys do what is a standard technique in debating, which is steel man your own position. Spend 5 minutes trying to express the Israeli position as well as you can to show that you've understood it.
Actually,
So
I'm-
Joseph knows,
I
and
can't
vice
do-
versa. Do
So,
that.
I'm gonna-
Please do that.
Zionist rabbi saying
Okay, we're back
you
on
cannot
Zionist.
have children. You cannot have mercy on women and children in war. You cannot have mercy on women and children in
So
war.
we agree he's an asshole, yes?
Yeah, the
Great, excellent. We have an
Israeli Zionist
Right,
rabbi.
got it, we agree.
Israeli Zionist rabbi. Okay, he's on my Twitter. Go on my Twitter, Adnan Rashid. You'll find him there.
Okay, now that we've established he's another
I
asshole,
would, but I can't be bothered
can
making
you
an
steal,
Islam
man?
Judaism.
And the
Please.
state is practicing.
Okay, got it.
The state is practicing.
Got it. Now, which of you wants to steal man first?
So I'm gonna have to chuck in every few seconds,
If you can just do your honest best to try and empathise with what
just
you
because
think
I'm
is
going to get
possible.
clipped out of context, I'm going to have to constantly say that this is what they would say.
You
So,
got, that's a
just because-
terrible concern. I can see your point.
Yeah,
really,
okay.
you're going to get edited out by other
Yeah,
people?
no, 100%.
Okay, fine. So
100%.
both of you say you don't get edited out of context.
What do you want me to do?
I want you
Steal
to steal
man.
man
You're
your
the
own
person.
position.
So I'm
Try
gonna
and
argue-
imagine the argument that Joseph has,
No.
and vice versa, and express it as well as you can. And so you don't get clipped out badly, keep chucking in, don't clip me out.
So the
But just
Israeli-
try and imagine the Israeli
The Israeli
argument.
position.
Yeah. Okay,
Israeli
who's gonna go
position
first?
is Israeli position. The Zionist Israeli position is that we love to suck the blood of children.
That's not still
Okay.
manning.
Okay. Wait. I'm giving you the
Oh, sorry,
position.
sorry. Maybe
I'm
I'm
giving
wrong.
the
Maybe it is.
position.
Sorry.
Okay. And we love killing children of the Palestinians, in particular children, because this is what some Zionist rabbis have been teaching them. They've been teaching them. I have the evidence on my Twitter where some Zionist rabbis have said that you cannot have mercy on the women and children of the enemy.
that's not still
Okay,
manning. You're not
okay.
doing what I asked.
And the reason why we are in this land is because the biblical text promised this land for us, but they are not even the Jewish people. They are not even the Jewish people.
Adnan, hello.
Yeah.
What we agreed to do, I thought, was to
Yeah.
steal man, which means you argue the opposite position.
What you believe.
And
So I will argue your argument.
What Joseph's position to him, as well as you can. This is how debaters standardly start, because it shows that you've understood your opponent's belief and vice versa, and then you get a better dialogue.
I
going,
can
instead of
argue
just
their
flying
point better
off
than they argue their
Okay,
point.
he'll demonstrate by starting.
So I'm
Can you
gonna
demonstrate?
so
and
I'm
with
going to show you
real-
how it's done, Adnan,
Okay,
just so you
but-
understand, because I think
Can
you
I
got a
just
little bit
brief what
confused.
I'm hoping to hear?
Yeah.
I'm hoping to hear.
No,
you-
don't. I know. I've understood.
Well, just so the audience,
Yeah,
just for the audience.
Okay.
I'm hoping to hear some sense of empathy for the 750,000 Palestinians who got displaced and how it might feel if you were in their shoes within your steel man, I hope.
So
No.
what?
Is that reasonable?
No. Discuss. I'll explain why. He will water down.
We'll see.
Okay.
Let's see
I
how
want it. Okay.
Joseph, let's hear it.
But what I'm gonna have to do is, because I don't believe the
I
narrative,
understand, you're
so I'm
still
gonna have to continuously say this is the narrative. This is what.
So it's understood. Joseph is still manning, but it's a constructive thing to do.
From a traditional, from the average Muslim in the park today, this is what they believe happened. So, since Muhammad offered protection to the Jews for the different tribes that were living in the Hijaz, there has been a protection of the Jews living in Muslim lands. When Umar ibn al-Khattab came to Jerusalem in 637, according to the Islamic tradition, I'm just getting it, not deliberately, but I just have to keep checking. In 637, instead of attacking or killing Jews or banishing them or not allowing them in the city, which was what the Christians had done because they didn't let the Jews in Jerusalem, the Muslim Umar ibn al-Khattab let the Jews in. He then, not only that, he ascended to the Temple Mount with them. He allowed them in to pray, and the Jews were able to pray in Jerusalem and live in Jerusalem for many, many years until the Crusaders came. And then the Crusaders kicked them out. But then when Salahuddin came back, he actually designated the Western Wall, the Kotel, as a place where the Jews could pray. And for centuries, Muslims believed that the Jews lived in good relations as a protected minority. The dhimma is not a negative thing, it's actually positive. It means you are protected. It means you are protected. Now, in 1930s, war broke out in Europe. Now obviously this is the Islamic narrative. There's a lot I'm missing out. There's a lot I'm missing out. Yeah. There was a war in Germany, a war in Europe, and millions of Jews were brutally and senselessly murdered, and Muslims are outraged by this. And Muslims played no part in this. Yet somehow, these displaced European Jews, who are white and not brown and not from the area, right? They came, this is the Muslim narrative, yeah? They came into the land, and they slowly started taking over. The Palestinians, this is the Islamic narrative or the anti-Zionist narrative.
Joseph is speaking the truth for the first time in his life.
Good, this is a good conversation.
So Adnan, I understand, unlike you, I actually understand your arguments better than you do. And you have to do the same thing. We'll see how cowardly you are.
We'll see.
We'll see how cowardly you are.
We'll see.
So then the Palestinians, now this is what they believe. Yeah. The Palestinians opened up their houses.
So these shayateen know the truth.
Let them go, this is cool.
So opened up their houses, and these European colonizers, who were part of a settler colonial project to take the land, actually deceptively then stole the land. They used, according to their tradition, violence, and there was a big war which was initiated.
Let him speak the truth for a change.
We're talking 48 or before 48?
It's very hard to go into the history, so let's just say 47, 48. Okay, according to their tradition, there was a 67 war which was by the Israelis. And the Israelis then took more territory. They took their, which was Jordan in 48, took the West Bank, and they called it part of Jordan. And the Palestinians that were living there were given citizenship of Jordan. And Egypt took Gaza. And then in 67, the Zionists, according to their tradition, launched a war and then took the West Bank and took Gaza. And since that point, from their position, they have had a military occupation of which they have oppressed the Palestinians and acted according to their tradition or their belief, an apartheid. Sure. Now, and the latest round of violence is actually, according to them, a reaction to what they would consider an apartheid, a blockade, etc. on Gaza and the West Bank, and they believe it's to use the language that they would often use, if you cage someone, you can't be surprised when they break out of that cage. It's language that they use. Is the language they use. And the gentleman made the analogy here to the Warsaw Ghetto, which is they will often compare it to. They will look at. Actually, that's not steel manning. That's I'll avoid that. I'll avoid that. And now, what we have today in Gaza is a disproportionate response where, according to their numbers, 14,000 civilians have been killed by a military force which is one of the most powerful forces is indiscriminately killing Palestinians. So that is a very, very brief summary of the standard narrative you'll hear here.
Dude, congratulations, thank you very much.
Now let's say Adnan.
Yeah. Yeah. Adnan, can you see he made a sincere attempt there, yeah?
This was a good attempt.
Okay, great. Now,
It was-
in response,
okay.
could you make a
In
similar
response to
attempt?
the Israeli narrative is the Jewish people have suffered for centuries. Okay, they suffered persecution from the Christians and the Muslims. This is the Israeli narrative, that even the Muslims oppressed the Jewish people. Therefore, in the 19th century, the anti-Semitic feeling was very, very high. Europe was filled with anti-Semitism. So the Jewish people, in particular, this group of political activists called Zionists, they came about and they decided that we want to make a separate homeland for ourselves where we can protect ourselves from the Christian oppression and the Muslim oppression, and we will make ourselves strong. So we will go in.
Sorry, for me, what year roughly are you talking?
19th century. This is Theodor Herzl, who wrote the book called The Jewish State, and the first Zionist conference took place in 1897 in Switzerland, where this prospect was discussed, and the Zionists even went to
Fact check him, he's doing good.
Sorry, I got distracted by a
so Zionists went to convince the Turkish Sultan to give away the land of Palestine in return for paying off his debts he owed to the Europeans. The Turkish Sultan refused. Zionists waited for their time, and then First World War happened, and the British took the land of Palestine, and then Arthur Balfour, graciously gave the land of Palestine to the Zionist movement, in particular Lord Rothschild. He promised this land. This is all Zionist narrative.
Balfour gave it to the Palestinians?
No.
he's saying
Zionists.
I misunderstood.
Yeah, Lord Rothschild, he wrote him a letter that Palestine will be given to you. Okay. Now, this is a Zionist narrative. Okay. So we will go in and we will take the land. Okay. By the way, I can produce evidence for every single thing I'm saying right here from the Zionists. Okay. So Zionists had meetings to discuss how we're going to take the land. Obviously, we cannot go and buy all the land, so we're going to have to take this land. Okay. Okay. So
I'm not well enough informed to know.
so we will.
So
I'm speaking as the devil's advocate.
please.
Diabli advocatus. Okay, advocatus diabli, as they say, right? Okay. So we will go in and we will take this land from the Palestinians by hook or by crook, and we will pressurize the British to give up this land. Okay, and we will conduct some bombing campaigns. I'm talking facts.
That's not what we're doing.
You're still
They're
mad.
official.
You're meant to be
Okay.
If you were an Israeli,
Okay,
you wouldn't-
okay,
you wouldn't-
never use that language.
Okay, let me be an Israeli. Let me
would
be a
never
lying
express
Israeli
their
then.
intent
Let me
that
be
we will take it by
let me
hook or by
be
crook.
let me be Mark Regev. Okay, let me pretend to be
be
Mark
an actor.
Regev, although it's not a pleasant.
But the work is good.
Okay. So we are an oppressed people. We are an oppressed people. We have to have a homeland. We came into Palestine, and these Palestinians are just making noise. They are a bunch of violent people. They are not civilized. Okay, so we have to protect ourselves
You're
in
sure
order.
that's how they'd express it
Yes,
themselves?
100%. Yeah, Mark
Really?
Regev has said this
But
multiple.
he's one Israeli.
But he's the spokesperson. He's the official spokesperson.
When has Mark Regev ever said they're violent?
And that woman, the ambassador.
Zippy Huttervelli.
Zippy.
She's never said anything
she has
remotely
said
like that.
she doesn't sympathize with the Palestinians at all,
So you
especially
genuinely-
those people who want to kill us. So the Palestinian wants to. This is the narrative, official narrative of the Israelis. No, it is official narrative of the Israelis that Palestinians want to kill
I
us.
did in good faith
We
you
cannot
can't.
give up this land. We gave the Palestinians a chance.
thing to do.
Okay, we gave.
it's
My
not
position is
very
more
easy.
difficult than his. Okay, my position is more difficult.
Can I still mind my own argument?
Let him bring it up to date.
So
We get it on tape, and then we can
Palestinians
fact check and so
were
on.
given a chance to have
That's
their
not
own
the
homeland.
exercise.
Yasser Arafat refused it. Okay, he had the chance to basically have his own state, but PLO flatly refused it. We gave them a chance. They want to kill us all. We have to protect ourselves. We have to protect our children. Rockets come to us every day. Our life is very difficult. Our life is very difficult. We are innocent, civilized people living in this land as a democracy. The only democracy in the Middle East. No, this is the Israeli narrative. Okay, this is what I've heard on the news. We are the only democracy in the Middle East. We are the only country that represents the Western civilization, and we are with the civilized world. And the Palestinians are bloodthirsty. They want to kill us all. Hamas wants to wipe us out. Completely wipe us off the face of the earth. Yes, 100%. Yes, Palestine, Hamas. I said Hamas. Hamas. Okay, Hamas. We allow the Palestinians to live in peace. We allow the Palestinians. Listen, guys.
I may be fucking it up. Sorry, you guys carry on. Maybe I'm just
Listen now, my turn. So Hamas is bloodthirsty. Hamas wants to wipe us out. They have this written in their manifesto, in their constitution, that they want to wipe out the Jewish people. Okay, Hamas are a terrorist organization. Okay, and Palestinians are basically, we try to live with them in peace, but it's not happening. Okay, we have to protect ourselves. Okay, and we are not targeting children. We're not targeting hospitals. We are going after Hamas terrorists who are hiding in these hospitals and in these civilian buildings. They are using these children as human shields. So that's why, as an inconvenience, we have to bomb these buildings so that we can kill these Hamas terrorists, because they are hiding behind these children. So this is, in a nutshell, the Israeli narrative.
You agree with him, and that's why you think it makes sense. As a Zionist, that was
and also, let me add very quickly. Also, final in this 7th of October attack, Hamas beheaded our babies, and they raped women, and they committed atrocities. They killed 1,400 people. This is the Israeli narrative.
Okay, look, I've got to say, as a layman who doesn't know the history very well, I thought you did some pretty good stuff. Okay. I don't know how accurate. Can you not see that?
No, so I'm going to explain why that wasn't as good faith as mine. So let me answer it.
Was there any good faith?
I think there was some good faith, but not a lot. So what you tended to see with Adnan's speech was it framed the negative sides of the Zionist argument. Whereas with mine, I tried to frame the positive side.
I did. Democracy, civilized, very civilized.
Allow me to speak. Okay, so when you use language like bloodthirsty and it focuses on the aggression that's coming, and a justification of Israeli aggression is what he's doing. He is trying to justify, from a Zionist perspective, a justification of aggression with the language he's using. Whereas with mine,
I thought I heard him say that you thought Hamas was bloodthirsty, and I think you do think Hamas is bloodthirsty.
No, he said Palestinians. He said Palestinians.
No, Hamas. I said Hamas.
He corrected himself later.
And Palestinians. Okay, challenge me on this, and I'll produce evidence from Israeli officials using the word Palestinians.
Yeah, you'll definitely be able to
challenge me, and I'll produce it.
I don't doubt you will be able
there
to
you go. So don't strong.
The purpose of a steel man is not to find.
Yeah.
The purpose of a steel man is not to find the aspects of the society, the other side that you disagree with. So you obviously think that's a negative, yeah? It's a negative. If that was an aggressive stance that an Israeli took, that's not a positive. The purpose of a steel man is you try to frame the debate in a positive way. But so I try to represent the Palestinian argument from a positive perspective. I did not focus on justifying the terrorism. I did not focus on justifying acts of barbarism or anything, which is clearly what I believe. But that's how you took the argument, because I don't think you...
Nonetheless, I think you said some very commendable and accurate things.
So let's deal with one of them.
I think his ability to emphasise how...
The Israelis would put their argument forward.
How
as absurd as it may be.
How Israelis felt historically depressed, how they felt they needed a homeland, how they felt that...
They are the only civilized democracy.
That's not what Zionists believe. No,
they're the only civilized democracy in the Middle East.
Okay, so now I'm going to give you... So Zionists do not believe we were given the land. No credible Zionists.
No, they took the land. The Zionists believe they took the land.
Zionists believe we took the land.
Of course. Of course. They are taking the land now. The settlers, come on, what do you mean astaghfirullah? The settlers are taking the land right now. As we speak, there are settlers taking the land. What are you talking about now?
we do agree. Hang on, we do agree that the United Nations has passed over 100. I think over 100 condemnations.
The United Nations has condemned Israel more than any other nation on the world.
Okay, that is true.
And they don't care.
Yes, but that doesn't
They
mean
don't
it's
care.
just that millions of people have been killed in other countries.
Listen,
But it did.
they don't care because they
Guys,
got
guys,
all
guys,
Western
guys,
politicians by the
guys,
balls.
guys.
They got them by the balls.
We
Listen
can
to the anti-Semitic
analyse the fact. I
conspiracy
just want to
theories.
agree.
Maybe it's Epstein. Maybe it's Epstein.
The way to do things.
Maybe
is-
Epstein
Wait.
left behind some database.
Adnan, wait. The first thing we do is we put facts on the table and agree what the facts are. Then you evaluate them. I'm just saying it is a fact, isn't it, that the UN has
So
condemned...
can I explain something to you?
I just want to know if that's a fact.
Yeah, so yes,
It
it's
is
a fact. Now let me
Do we
respond.
agree it's a fact?
No, can I?
What's
We
that?
all agree
The UN has
that
condemned
UN has
Israel.
condemned
You
Israel
two, just so you know, you two are
Yes.
on the same side here. So you have to play fair. You are not a neutral party. You are not neutral.
How is he not? Look, he's stating a fact.
He believes that Israel's carrying out an apartheid. He believes that Israel is an
It's not
aggressor.
doing a genocide.
UN.
I believe it
There
does
are
have the
human
right
rights
to exist.
organizations
I believe
saying
it does
this.
have the right-
Which UN?
I believe it does
Human
have the right.
you're
rights.
challenging me on that?
No, human rights. I was just going to say that.
Yes,
Yes,
so
I
we-
do.
Very public.
The whole world. Hello.
So,
Every, the
let me
whole
speak.
world,
Adnan, let
the
me
whole
speak.
world
Adnan,
is
you spoke for a long
against.
time.
The whole world
It's
is against
us.
you.
I know.
It's
The
the whole world
It always
is against
has
you.
been. But thank God Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not against us. Thank God Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala returned us to our land.
So if your narrative is true, for the last 2,000 years, what was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doing with you?
So he.
If your narrative is true,
So the
why
narrative-
was he killing you, persecuting you through Christians and Muslims? If your narrative, where was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the last 2,000 years? Suddenly he has appeared now and he's supporting a genocidal state.
You know my
What kind of Allah
script-
subhanahu wa
you know
ta'ala
my-
is this?
You know my scripture as well as I know my scripture.
No, you
and
don't
the
know.
scripture is we were.
You're making claims that are false.
Anyway,
Allah is
we're-
not with you. Allah is not. You are
Nothing
truly,
happens without
you are
the will
truly
of Allah.
unfortunate that you're doing
Nothing
these
happens
crimes.
without the will
Allah
of
is not with the
Allah.
criminal.
Nothing
Allah
happens
is not
without the
even
will of
crimes,
Allah.
You're going back
even
to the
crimes,
old thing.
even
The
crimes.
last 10 minutes was much
Allah
better.
is not with the
So
criminals.
anyway, just come back to what we're saying. So the reason
Allah
that
does
there's
not love the
more
oppressors. The
United
Quran says
Nations-
Allah does not love oppression.
The last 10 minutes has been much better.
Yes.
I think as a viewer it's been much better.
Yeah.
The
Absolutely,
United
I agree.
Nations, the United Nations is a democracy of dictatorships. The UN Human Rights Commission is headed by countries like Iran. Like all of us would agree that Iran is not the beacon of human rights.
How many members are there in the UN?
No, in the Human Rights Council, they headed.
Okay, let me say something.
No.
Iran is 1 million times better as a country, as a state, as much as I don't like Iran. I don't like Iran. But Iran, in comparison to Israel, has never killed innocent civilians.
No, Iran has never killed innocent civilians. You heard it from
Wait. Iran has never attacked another country, to my knowledge, apart from Syria and these. Iraq.
We're on the UN 100. We're on the UN 100 issue.
Iran.
You've all agreed it's a fact. Joseph seems to be arguing that the UN is fundamentally
So can I,
misguided or
no,
corrupted.
can I explain? So the United Nations, how the United Nations works, is it's basically a democratic process, but the entities within it are not necessarily democratic. So nobody would look at a nation state like Iran and say they are a democracy, a functioning democracy. And so what happens is nations vote on United Nations resolutions in accordance to their nation's foreign policy. Now, the state of Israel is one tiny state, and there's a lot of nations in the world that don't want it to exist, and they don't like it. And some of those nations have serious weight. Israel has one ally really at the United Nations, which is America, which will veto a lot of the Security Council resolutions. You basically have General Assembly resolutions and Security Council resolutions. And so the reason, so if you look at conflicts in the world, you would expect, and this is the point, you would expect the UN resolutions to fall roughly in line with like actual things like death tolls, levels of oppression. Now, if you add all the United Nations resolutions up in the world that they've ever issued, and then for the rest of the world in Israel, they've issued more resolutions against Israel than all the rest of the world.
Rightly so.
Rightly
so.
Let me finish.
Why not?
Now, if you look at Iraq and Syria, if you look at Syria, oh yeah, you're so neutral.
By the way, he's right. He's right.
Let me finish. Allow me to finish, and then you can argue with me, Mr. Neutral.
I'm not completely.
I know that.
I'm trying to be.
So now allow
objective.
me to so you be objective with this. In Syria, 500,000 people to 1 million people were killed by ISIS. ISIS, by every measure,
A million people killed by ISIS.
500,000.
Hold on. As evil as they were, as
Adnan,
evil.
Listen to what
Don't
before you start defending Daesh. Listen to what I said.
defending. I said, as evil as they are,
Let me.
as evil as they are, they
Are you
haven't
saying
killed a
that?
million.
Are
Get
you
back to
saying?
the UN, get back to the
I
UN.
said 500,000 to 1 million people in Syria were killed in the Syrian conflict. Now Adnan's going to debate against this. Fine. Everyone can Google and look at the research. Between 500,000 and 1 million in Syria, 1 million in Iraq. You look at
So
things like
Israel
the
can kill
Congo.
3,000 as well.
Adnan. Khalas. We're having a grown-up
So
conversation.
just because Bashar
We're
al-Assad
having
killed
a
people,
grown-up-
Israel can also do
we're
it.
having
We'll
a
get there
grown-up
when you wind
conversation.
up.
You can respond once
Yeah.
I finish my point.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
it works.
Okay.
So if you look at the,
I'm putting my
you look
gloves
at-
on.
You look at the Houthis and the Tutsis. You look at all the conflicts in
I-
the world.
I want
which
peace.
have millions of people killed, like around the world, from Nigeria to Kenya to Sudan, Somalia. All of these conflicts with millions. Some of the worst genocides humanity has ever experienced.
The UN hasn't
And
condemned
no, listen. All of those conflicts added together, there were more resolutions issued against Israel where the death toll, even if you were to go with the most, I don't know how to phrase it because it's not the most, the highest estimates, would still number less than 100,000 casualties on both sides. Yeah? And so you have more resolutions issued against the Jewish state than all of those other genocides and wars combined.
And what inference are you drawing from
I'm
that?
saying
Yeah.
that the reason
Exactly.
the United Nations issues resolutions based on nations' foreign policies, and there are many Arab nations and Muslim nations that are opposed to Israel, which have huge influence within the United Nations, and that is why, in the last year, maybe 150,000 people, certainly since the beginning of the conflict, 150,000 people have been killed in Yemen. And in this conflict in Israel, even if you were to use Hamas's numbers, it's only 14,000. Yet Yemen's barely been mentioned at the United Nations, and Israel is mentioned every single. They've got a special commission just for Israel.
Are you not using a two wrongs make a right argument?
No,
Where just, hang on,
I'm
sorry,
saying there's
let
a
me
bias
confuse
within the
you
United
both for what?
Nations.
As a layman, it sounds to me like you're saying that because the United Nations has been lax in their condemnation of Yemen, it follows that their condemnation of Israel is
No,
not.
you're missing
I
what
have
I'm
a
saying.
response
You're
to all
missing
of
what I'm
this.
saying. You're
I have a
not
response
understanding
to
what
all
I'm
of
saying
this.
at all.
Okay, maybe
So,
I'm not.
so,
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 no,
no,
I'm not
what,
being clear for the
so
audience.
what he's
That
saying,
makes sense.
what he's saying is that there is an overwhelming opposition against Israel because of the Arab states and the influence in the United Nations. That may be so.
Yeah,
that may be
that's
so.
what I'm saying.
But can
Really?
yeah, that may be so.
That is
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
No, I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if- oh, mate,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
well then
yeah,
you can-
yeah.
Wow.
But having said that, can United Nations just make up evidence against Israel? Can they? Yeah, they potentially can. But have they is the question. No, they haven't. Every time they condemned Israel, it is based upon evidence, solid evidence against illegal settlements, against apartheid treatment of the Palestinians, against the concentration camp in Gaza, against all the evil actions of the
That was
state of
my-
Israel.
so can I
Okay,
respond to that?
okay.
Yeah.
So it is all evidence.
I'll let you speak, then I'll
So
respond.
Joseph has no defense against the state of Israel because the whole world, okay, he can say, oh, we are alone, we were oppressed, God is with us, we will overcome all these obstacles, we will fight the world, we will destroy the world in the process if we have to. Okay, this is the argument he's giving. But if Joseph had any sense, and people like him in Israel, if they had any sense, they would listen to the world, that why is the world against us? Okay, or why are we against the world? Where are we going with this genocide? Are we going to kill all Palestinians? Or are we going to stop this at one point? What are we trying to do? We have bought all the politicians. We have bought all the media houses. We have influenced all these people. Still it's not happening. Still it's not happening. Still the world is against us. How far do we want to go with this?
Can you help me out now? I'm
Yeah.
genuinely confused. So
Yeah.
maybe people watching are confused.
Yeah.
I had honestly thought I could trust the UN. Okay?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm naive.
Yeah.
So I thought when they pass 100 sanctions against Israel, they have a point.
Yeah.
And then they only implement about 6 of them in terms of sanctions or whatever.
They can't do
That's-
anything.
right,
They're
so that
powerless
seemed that
because
they-
because the US vetoes every
Right, because of the
action.
US.
Yeah.
So as a layman, I got the impression that the UN
Yeah,
is
France and Britain as well, by the way.
prejudiced in favour of Israel largely because America will veto what happens there, yeah? Which doesn't speak
Sorry,
well
say
to
that
the,
again. I don't think I
that
understood
the
what you said.
UN is prejudiced in favour of Israel.
The UN is not prejudiced.
No,
in
it's not.
favour.
It's not. We're not
It
saying
issues
that.
more resolutions than any other nation.
Yes, but the fact that it
UN
then does-
cannot.
the fact that it
UN
then
No,
cannot.
it's what he's-
No,
what
what I'm
Adnan's
saying
saying
is
is right. He's saying that
UN
Adnan-
cannot take action
Because
against
the-
Israel
America
because the
vetoes.
US vetoes every single
so they can-
motion.
right.
So if there's a motion against Israel to take action, to impose sanctions, to stop them, to take political action against them, the US vetoes, and France, and Britain.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it. So let me
Okay.
run by my understanding. So,
Yeah.
although they make 100
So-
condemnations on the they make 100 condemnations. I'm trying to learn. Okay. I thought I knew this. I thought I knew this, and now I'm thinking maybe I don't know this. I thought they made 100 condemnations, but then they only implemented sanctions or whatever in response to very few of them. So that speaks that they're not willing to actually deliver on
the
the things
UN
they
is not
condemn.
going
So
to do
why is
anything.
there
I'm
such
telling you right now,
anti-Israel?
the UN is not going to do anything. If they wanted to do something, it's been 70 years. It's been 70 years
they
since
are
the
part of-
Israelis have been brutalizing the Palestinian people.
So this
the
is
whole
the-
world knows this. Okay,
I
everyone
happen
knows
to
this.
agree with you,
okay,
but I'm
okay.
hearing- I was
the
amazed that
solution,
you both agreed
the
the
solution
UN
is with the Israeli people themselves. I believe, sincerely, I believe, Israeli people will rise against their own government and they will change things because they know we cannot go on. There are intellectuals in Israel. There are scholars. There are philosophers. There are thinkers. There are sincere people in there. There are noble and moral people in
What if
there.
they disagree with you? And
Okay.
they agree with me?
Okay. So they are Israelis. They are Jewish, but they're not Zionist. Okay. Many of them. Okay. I can name them. I can name them.
So
They
which
they
groups don't
they
believe the
are
state of Israel should exist?
they are going to become so influential that they will change. They will remove Muppets and jokers and clowns like Netanyahu, cronies, these right-wing, hateful,
You're not
racist,
by the way.
apartheid-driven genocidal criminals. They will have to go because they are criminals. They are criminals. And Joseph, I hope we live to see this, both of us. We will get old if we don't die before that. Me and
We're
Joseph,
already old,
we have
Adnan.
we have known each other. I hope we will live to see this change in our lifetime. Inshallah, Israel will change. Things will change. The Jewish people will live in the land of Israel or in the land of Palestine. In the land of Palestine, I must say, as they have for the last 1,000 years under the rule of Islam. Under the rule of Islam, they will live again. Yeah, yeah.
So now Adnan spoke for a
And,
while.
and for details, I invite you to watch my podcast with Muhammad
I
Hijab.
will, because I'm really impressed that you participated.
Okay, Muhammad Hijab, I did a podcast with him where I presented the evidence from Jewish sources as to how they felt under the rule of Islam. I put out
when
plenty
they
of
speak on you say they're liars.
evidence from
You call
primary
Maimonides a liar.
and secondary.
When would this be? When
It's already done.
no, when in history were they under?
Since
I
the birth of Islam, we've been
I
under
presented
Islam.
evidence for 1,000 years. From Jewish rabbis, from Jewish travelers, from Jewish thinkers and scholars who lived under the domain of Islam and secondary sources. I presented primary sources and then I presented secondary
we've
sources
done
from
this debate
modern,
many times, the Muslim
modern.
Jewish
Go and watch this podcast with Muhammad Hijab and see the case we the Muslims have for the Jewish people. So this is
then-
not about the Jewish people.
Because you still manned, I will.
Then what I will do, I would encourage you to not watch Adnan Rashid talk about Jews, but speak to Jews from Muslim countries and ask them. So they
Actually,
can
hang on,
reckon Jews.
this is a good question to ask. If
No,
you
no,
were
no,
going to
we-
recommend, hang on, wait. If you were going to recommend to me as a layman one podcast to watch,
I
to
can
learn
I
the
don't know
history,
podcasts. I can recommend
okay,
books.
what can I watch on YouTube?
I don't know.
Watch an Israeli spokesperson.
No, he's talking
I'm
about the
asking
history.
Watch
what
my-
I want
watch-
to hear both stories. Who are
Yeah.
the best sources to go to?
So I
Zion Zohar.
Yeah, but that's a book.
I
Okay.
could
So I'm not
recommend
much of a reader.
Listen,
I'm getting
Okay,
a
well,
watch.
lot of
anyway,
I'll
I
tell
wanna
you
come
to
back
watch.
because we've come
Watch.
way off
Watch.
topic. This is like
No,
Jews
watch.
and Islam.
You want? No, I'll tell you.
You
He
tell me
he
quickly.
can't tell you. Watch Netanyahu with Jordan Peterson.
I did.
Okay, watch that
I did.
podcast
I did.
and watch my podcast with Muhammad Hijab, and then you decide.
Thank you. I'll do
You
that.
decide.
If you
Okay.
can recommend any
No.
podcast, I'll
Okay.
watch it.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen.
You've
Adnan
got
just spoke
you've got
for.
a channel.
No, I have to go now. Joseph, thank you. Thank you very much. I hope you wake up. I hope one day you look at your children and start feeling sympathy for the Palestinian children as well. Thank you very much. Bye now. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You guys can shake hands.
No, I don't. Not after this.